Hello folks, this is Miguel from the Embargo Man channel. What I'm talking about is Apple 5G technology, right? Apple 5G, alright? And we're talking about 5G technology, right? 5G technology is the fifth generation technology for internet technology, wireless technology. So what happened right now is and let me tell you about Steve Wozniak. Steve Wozniak is one of Steve Jobs' buddy. This is the Tim Cook, or Mr. Cook, right? Mr. Tim Cook, right? I mean, Steve Wozniak was helping Steve Jobs to develop Apple in computers and stuff, but then later on, the first generation Mac and stuff, Steve Jobs treated Steve Wozniak like dirt, and later on they just kicked Steve Wozniak out of the company, right? But let me tell you about 5G technology. This is you have self-driving cars with no errors and nothing out with 5G technology, right? You have a doctor, a patient in New York with a doctor in Tokyo, Japan, doing surgery with a patient in New York, like quick, fast, and easy, right? Just on time, with no delays, right? Even 5G technology, you could get 100 movies in 8K or in 4K, what you could get with one movie using 4G LTE, right? So now, what happened with these trade wars with China and Mexico and tariffs in there? I mean, this is something okay, Foxconn, who was a company from Taiwan making Apple products, and they might just hit up a factory in Mexico, but with the tariffs going up in Mexican goods, whether they're gonna go Thailand. Okay, there's something with a win-win situation, alright? How in the world you could pay an iPhone for a price of a brand new car, right? That's kind of ridiculous, right? Now as I'm seeing competitors selling their phones for $500 or less. Now, what we do with 5G technology is Apple 5G. All you need, Mr. Tim Cook, because I knew about this. I mean, one of these YouTubers that I had a crush with, one YouTuber that I have a crush with, have Steve Jobs like her idol, but I don't tell you what, Steve Jobs has treated Steve Wozniak as dirt. That's it, and that's what I'm saying, right? What you could do, Mr. Tim Cook, is you could welcome Steve Wozniak with open arms to work for Apple to develop the 5G technology, right? Apple 5G technology, but in a way, but there's no one thing, but win-win situation. You could find the Silicon Valley of the South, Foxconn, we open up a factory in Tennessee, in Alabama, or one of those southern states where it's lower, wages in southern states are lower than wages in northern states, right? So I am in Colombia, but what it is like Apple, who is one of these prestigious technological companies. What Apple is to the USA is what Sony is to Japan. One of these prestigious technological companies, right? So what it is, Mr. Cook, is that you could hire back Steve Wozniak and tell him about the 5G technology, how to develop 5G technology, right? What it is with Apple 5G equipment, right? Apple 5G routers, 5G equipment, right? To be installed all over the US in all 50 states, right? So what is, you got Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, all these providers to accept the towers or the Apple 5G equipment, right? If they accept Apple 5G equipment, all right, this is nothing with spy or anything. Like Apple is just an independent company. It was just 5G for all, right? I would say I might just say if you don't want anybody else, if everybody could have 5G technology, Apple 5G equipment. I mean, because I believe Apple could do 5G, even better than Huawei. So what it is with this 5G technology. I mean, one of our neighbors to the north, like Canada, could use Apple 5G equipment. Even Mexico, you could use Apple 5G equipment. What it is with this is that I don't want nobody to be left behind, not even the US to be left behind. What I want is to everybody use Apple 5G equipment, and you have to welcome Steve Wozniak to work for Apple. And that's what I say, Mr. Tim Cook, right? You are the CEO of Apple right now. What you could do is this. What you could do is to welcome Steve Wozniak with open arms to develop the 5G technology, Apple 5G. I believe that Apple 5G would be great for the USA, even though I'm in Colombia, in South America. But for the US, for America, 5G, like one of America's prestigious companies, Apple. What Apple is to the USA is what Sony is to Japan. What it is that if with Apple 5G equipment in all 50 states, nobody's left behind. We are going to use Apple 5G equipment. So Mr. Steve Cook, please hire back Steve Wozniak back to Apple. Tell him to develop 5G technology. And goodbye, folks, and please subscribe to the Embargo Man channel. I hope 5G comes to America by using Apple 5G equipment. Bye.